Hello, friends, and welcome to another small map. And I think this might be the most satisfying looking map we've seen in all these small maps. This is the tiniest Acropolis ever, or smallest Acropolis in Age of Empires 2 history. Let's go. These guys have been at it, going to town with our previous five games. It's game 6 between these two. And if you know Acropolis, players are on hills. There's not a whole lot that's not a hill here. You've got a hill on the right side for Margougou, and you've got a hill on the left side for Running. And I feel like what's going to make this one unique is that you can't build on the rock terrain. So you can't really tower rush your opponent that easily. You'd have to like tower here or here, and then you're at the bottom of the hill and things could be rushed down. So actually what this might end up becoming is this might end up becoming players trying to control this area down here. The wood and the gold and obviously the stone that's down here. So Incas for Margougou, yeah, they're very flexible. They also get a llama. Here's this llama. He's grown up in a field of cows, so he doesn't know that he's a llama. He thinks he's a cow. But anyways, you get extra food with the Incas, which is nice. And what is that lumber camp? Hello? And... I'm sorry, getting so distracted by that lumber camp. Maybe he can't build it elsewhere, but you don't have to have as many houses with the Incas because you get more population space on your houses, which is nice. The poles, and I had brought this up before the series started. I think poles might be nerfed the most by these settings. Because with the poles, your mill is bigger, which is it just sucks so much because you don't have a lot of space. And then you also have to try and build your farms around your full-work, which is the mill. So it's like, you could barely fit a full-work here, but if you do, then you can't really farm around it that easily. So you can't really make use of those bonuses. But anyways, wood's going to be chopped here. What happened with Margougou? He canceled that lumber camp, and he's going to place one here now. So he invested a decent amount of wood into that lumber camp. He got some wood back. And we will probably see a rush to Feudal Age, and then maybe we see a standard opening. Maybe we see scouts or archers here, just because of the way the hills work. But, you know, people on YouTube can let me know later which of the small maps they think has looked the best. But I still think that this one just looks the best. It's so cool. Even when you zoom out, just seeing two players on opposite sides of the map, just peering across the valley at each other. It's so cool. I wonder if picking Tatars here would have been a good move. You get more food on your herdables, so your cows and your sheep, right? That's great, because there's tons of them already. You also do more damage when fighting on top of the hill. In normal Acropolis, you rarely see Tatars picked because a lot of the map's still not a hill. But in this map, majority of the map is a hill. This looks like a butt, though. Oh, you ruined it for me. I mean, I'm kind of an ass man, so that's fine. But what are we talking about? Come on, guys. It really... You ruined it for me. You ruined it for me. Anyways, I think we're going to see Margougou consider Feudal Age here in a second. He's trying to take his berries right now. Llama's finally going to be eaten. Sad times for the llama. Villager on stone right now for Running. Very curious on where he's going to try and make towers if he does make towers. I should remind you of another Polish bonus. You get some gold income for stone income as well. So it's a 2-for-1 deal there, which is nice. Really hard for us to know, but there is some areas of the stone terrain you can actually build on. So I think it's the stuff that has some grass on it, like this. Not sure about this, though. I don't know. Maybe that's a bad way to explain it. In Feudal Age, the scout will be stronger than the eagle, so it'd be good to wait on taking any engagements here if you're running. Running is going up with 17 vills. Margougou is going up. Margougou is taking stone at the bottom of the hill, not at the top of the hill. I guess this would have been rather awkward. And both players are aware of where the other's taking wood, correct? Margougou knows about that. Running knows about this. But how do you even tower it? I feel like it's always advantage to the defender when it comes to towers. Oh, Margougou's going to take this wood. Oh, dang. I don't think Running's going to expect that right now. That's a lot of villagers on wood. Running, looking around, looking for any buildings that could give him ideas of what his opponent might do. Okay, villagers are coming this way. I guess you could just tower here? Just tower on your side of the hill? Oh, this looks so cool. Margougou, make a counter tower. Okay, tower. Margougou sees it. You counter tower it, right? So he has another wood line, so he might just say, screw you. I'm not worried. But you gotta defend that one. Now you have to tower. Okay. So I really like the approach from Running in the end. Advancing up the hill. And actually, both of his towers will range Margougou's tower. Oh, Margougou. Oh, man, this is my favorite map so far. Your hesitancy, it could kill you. And it could make me sad. But we've got an archer range. He's sneaking it. As sneaky as one could possibly be. Running sees the barracks. And he's probably like, what? Huh? What are you doing? I thought this was a tower scenario. And he's going to drop a tower there to deny the wood line, which is going to be fantastic for the most part. No archer yet for Margougou. He's just got wood problems, man. He's got big wood problems. So I really don't know if the investment in the barracks and the range has paid off this far. Now, this tower from Running is perfect, and it was so well timed. He's like, oh, he's on wood there? Boom, I know what to do. But it doesn't range all the wood lines, so you could still take a lot of this wood here. It gets annoying, though, after the villagers finish this tree, because then they disperse to other trees, so they will likely go to the closest trees to the lumber camp, which is in range of the tower. I think it hurts that you can't take berries. I mean, that could be a big factor here. But, hey, we're going to have archers for Margougou. Running is going to need to cling to his hill here, most likely. So he might need to tower here. Actually, no. If he towers here, I think he could get away with taking the resources down here if he needs it. Look at the minimap. Look at the scout move on the minimap. It looks so fast. It's so funny. A game without towers? Well, a game without towers would probably just be a game into lots of archers. I mean, still plenty of cow to be had over here for Margougou. Still massing some army here. There's the full work. You see what I mean? It's so cramped here. But I guess you could make one farm that gets the food boost from the full work. Another mining camp here from Running. Margougou doesn't see a tower here. I'm surprised that Running isn't making a tower. Maybe he can't build it. Maybe it's not letting him. It's awkward, this map. I'm guessing he can't build here or something. Now, maybe it's too late, though, because he sees archers. But a tower here, of course, is fine. So he can get stone here. He can get gold. He can get wood. Could lose a house in a second. And, ooh, look at the decision from Margougou. He actually has built another tower, and he's going to shoot down the tower from Running so he can take his wood. Fun fact, his TC is getting hit by both of these towers. I don't think that'll play its role, but he might not make it to Castle Age if it gets shot down. Russell, the reason I can tell tower range and the reason pros are good with tower range is because they built hundreds and thousands of towers and been tower rushed hundreds and thousands of times. Majority of the pros especially because their towers used to be a lot more meta. Devs these days, in my opinion, they just do not like towers. Civilizations that have tower bonuses, they're just giving other bonuses. They seem pretty happy with towers not being a good strategy in Feudal. So, at least competitively, it still can work at other elos. So, but there was a time where it was a lot more meta when towers were a little bit cheaper. I've always wondered what the meta would be if they changed the cost back. I think the meta would still kind of be away from towers at a pro level. But look at this, guys. Margougou, he has decided, okay, I'm not going to kill anything with these archers, which he's sad about, I'm sure. He's probably weeping, actually. He loves to kill with his archers. But he has to have a healthy level of acceptance for the reality situation. So he's going to say, okay, fine. What I can do is I can use my archers inside of my tower. And I can shoot this tower down. And, well, this guy's crazy. He's going to try and rush this tower down as well. And this area is going to be really important. like later on, because they're both headed towards Castle Age, whoever has this middle area locked down might end up winning this game. So this tower is going to get shot down. It absolutely will. It's just a matter of if Margougou can get away with villagers. And he hasn't lost a lot yet. And now he runs out with the archers. And what a play from Margougou. He says, you don't have double tower now, kid. And so now he can sit underneath this tower. And whoa, that was such an epic play. I would have just sat back, waited till Castle Age, and then kind of regretted the fact that I didn't counter tower this middle area originally. That was extremely creative. Now, this is a giant mess. But what's messier? Running's economy or Margougou's economy? Looks pretty messy for Running as well. But Running is using the market. So is Margougou at the same time. And Running clicks up to the next stage. And he's still mining stone. He's still mining gold. And he is going to be in a position to drop a castle. But where can you build it? Does it let you build it here? Like, can the front of the castle be here? Probably not. At best, it's there. Do you want to drop it here? Oh, what do you think, guys? Okay, if you have two choices, a castle basically where your tower is if you're running, or a castle at the front of your TC, what do you do? I think, and there goes Margougou up to the next stage. And Margougou's, this stone position really hurts him. Like, not being able to take that efficiently means he won't get a castle. I think I castled the middle. But I do prioritize things like fletching and bodcanero and guard tower for this area. Because in front of this TC's like smack dab in the middle, it makes it really awkward for any movement in these areas, which is so, crucial to both players. Now, Incas do have cheaper stone cost on towers and castles, so castle could still be realistic, but look at Margougou. Again, he wants to kill. He's such a good archer player, and he just can't find the spots. He stopped making archers. There's Castle Age for Running. Crazy Castle Age time. Okay, he wants to go for a siege workshop. Makes sense. And Margougou will have seen that because he just sacrificed that eagle's life for vision. I think it's underrated. Even on normal size maps, I think everyone out there should be considering just sending a random unit into the opponent's eco, into the darkness, just to see what the opponent has. Because so many people get surprised by things. All right, that house is deleted for a reason, right? Margougou wants to build something there. He doesn't see there's a castle going up from Running. He's going to go siege workshop now. I thought this area would be the most important. And we have a university for Margougou, so I think he might want to research guard tower. Look at how Running has kept this scout alive. So the fact that Running built the castle here tells me the game wouldn't let him build it here. It's hard for... Sometimes the game allows you to build on uneven terrain. Other times it doesn't. There's no easy way for me to know while I'm casting. I just kind of explain the potential. Guard towers, wood and food, I think. I think he might need to buy food for it, but I think guard tower will complete. And I think if the archers were then sat into this tower, he could shoot this tower down. Margougou needs to think of that. Come on, get guard tower. This guard tower is the most important thing in his entire life right now. Okay, he probably really loves his mom, but like, come on, guard tower. Because if you lose these towers before guard tower comes in, you're in trouble. Maybe even want to add a random eagle warrior here, just to add something extra to try and take out the siege, because you need double towers stacked. Guard tower's in. Now look what guard tower does against this. Guard tower is so much stronger against the mangonels, especially when there's two of them here. He's losing vills, which is painful, but he's going to take out the mangonels. Painful to lose the vills, but maybe he could pressure this area. Again, this tower could be shot down. It is currently being shot by this tower. He has a guard tower next to his TC as well to defend this area. I don't actually think Running can push this. And Running... So, like, in these really low eco games on a more open map, or even in closed maps, we've seen people say, okay, I'll go Imp. That's my choice then. I go Imperial Age. So he's trying to go Imp, but he can't get farms up because there's no space. There's no space. He's got 32 on gold. He's going to buy the food. And I guess Margougou's doing the same. I love this from Running, though. He found a spot to be able to pressure. And it's a perfect spot. And I think Margougou is going to struggle because he's, well, you know, if he has this to worry about, he's going to worry about it. And he's not going to think about this. This is his way back into this game, is this area. With the tower creep, in my opinion. Okay, so the food has been purchased. Now you just wait for those 32 on gold to bring you enough gold, I guess. Aha, he realized. Okay. And so my thinking is, you know, Running might make it to Imp, but he might not have a lot of access to resources. I guess at the end of the day, he just needs what's left of this hill, though. Are resources split even on both sides? I mean, they're quote-unquote even. We're cramming normal amounts of resources into a size map that wasn't possible until, like, 2 months ago. It's never going to be super, like, balanced, but I think it's as balanced as one could possibly expect. If not beyond that. We've had to restart a couple games due to the boars not being there, but... Wow, Running clicks up to Imp. This is really impressive. And he just drops a tower here because he knows he's going to lose this one. This still means Margougou would need some way of pressuring this. And Margougou is going to be adding siege. I mean, you get one Treb and sit it underneath your castle, and you can range all the towers and buildings from Margougou. So it's one of the rare times in these small maps we've seen Imperial Age. Oh, look at the micro from Running, too. He noticed that. But yeah, both players might make it to Imp here. But I think Margougou will have no way of catching up here. They're essentially doing the same thing. There's a much better economy behind this, all of this for Running. And also, Running's got a castle. I think like, when you get to Imp with Margougou, you then need to have a castle. And you'd have to build that, right? So if he starts building it soon, there's going to be Trebs out. I don't think the timing is going to be there. It's the golds coming in from stone bonus combination with also the really good eco KD here from Running. Running has created villagers more consistently and killed more villagers in this game, combined with the good Polish economy, with 0 farms. Pretty wild. Really like the Bodcanero upgrade from Running. Gives you so much more value on the towers and the castles. And, well, will Margougou play on when he sees Imperial Age is the big question for me. He's probably thinking, well, T90 asked me to play on a little bit longer today if I think I'm dead. So here I am, trying my best. Bam. Mango micro. Crucial. Every little bit counts for Margougou. That's not it. Okay, he's buying stone. Where do you even make your castle? Do you delete your university and make it in the south? He's like, I want to make a castle, but they see me. Micro's been very good from both players. TC is the target for the Treb right now. There's another Treb in queue from Running. Imperial Age will happen for Margougou. The scout who's seen the entire world is roaming around, and then we have the castle from Margougou. But again, the problem is you've got 4 archers in the Mangonel. It's the only thing that really separates you from the opponent's situation beyond the whole Treb thing, and you're just so far behind in Trebs. And your army can't accomplish anything. I mean, okay, your Mangonel could take out this Mangonel. That would be amazing if you could do it. But your castle is already being Trebbed, meaning that by the time your castle's completed, it'll already be halfway down. And Margougou I think he understands exactly how this is going to go, but he's going to try, and he calls the GG. It was a really fun game here. I really like this. It feels like if you have like a nice natural separator, either like wood through the center, like on Michi or Black Forest, or in this case, elevation, the players can't tower everything, and they're actually able to breathe a little bit in some areas, and then they just feel as though race to Castle Age for potential pushing with Siege or Castle Drop or whatever. And then once that's settled, we need to get to Imperial Age. We need to get to Trebs. And the market's their best friends. This game would probably have gone on for over an hour if I didn't allow the market. All of these games on these small maps, which I hope people are enjoying out there, and let me know if you are, they would be like horrendously long with no market. Maybe people like that, but like, look at all the market. If they couldn't buy food, there'd be so little space for farms. Oh, it'd be such a problem. Anyways, I really enjoyed that. Good game. And I still think that is the most pleasing to the eye of all the maps that we've had so far with these tiny maps. It just looked really cool. I mean, look back to the start. Look at it. That's so cool. The only thing they're missing, and then it would probably be something that I would have done when I played against bots growing up, is like, you miss like a line of towers at the start with a gate, you know? Nice little wall, gate, towers. I would make hundreds of towers and then just have really weak armies right below the hill, and then I would send one unit out to bait those armies towards my towers and then watch them all die and feel like a king. Anyways, it's not story time. GG, fun game. Good stuff. Final resources collected. A lot more for running. A lot more where it counted, the stone and the gold. The food collected was not as high, but it is faster to buy than it is to wait for the farms to pay off, and especially in these settings when there's not a lot of space. The market play using the Polish eco, very, very strong.